According to the American Cancer Society, in 2015, there is an estimated 1.6 million new cancer cases diagnosed in the United States, an estimated 600,000 new cancer deaths. Right at 10 years ago, my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer. I was devastated. I knew cancer existed, but never did it seem so real. To this day, she is still fighting cancer and is still taking chemo treatments. I'm going to explain to you what cancer is, the history on cancer, and the different types of treatments you can take, and the different types of cancer that are most common. So, let's start with what is cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, cancer is a disease in which abnormal cells divide uncontrollably and destroy body tissue. Also, cancer is a disease that is not curable but can be treated in many different ways. Also, cancer comes in a total of 4 stages, where stage 4 is the last stage and usually terminal. So, let's talk about how cancer was discovered. Many people do not realize how long cancer has really been around. The first surgical treatment used on cancer was discovered in 1600 BC. Also, in 300 BC, they discovered that cancerous tumors were called carcinomas, and they believed that carcinomas were the root to spread within the body. Also, radiotherapy, which is the use of radiation, which is a treatment, was discovered in 1900 through the 1950s. Also, chemotherapy, which is a treatment which is the use of drugs to kill the cancer cells, was discovered in 1945. So, let's talk about now the different types of cancer. Even though cancer comes in many different types, I'm going to explain to you some of the most common types, like lung cancer. Lung cancer is cancer in the lung, and it is the most common, and is the #1 cancer killer. Also, breast cancer is the most common in women, and is the second on the list for the cancer killer, following behind lung cancer. Also, skin cancer is another cancer that is the most common. In 2012, there was an estimated 2 million cancer cases to be diagnosed. Now, let's talk about the different types of treatments you can use to tame this monster. There are many ways to help with this killer disease. If you catch this disease early enough, you can have a surgical procedure. This is where they open you up where the cancer is and try to remove the cancerous tissues or tumors. Also, another treatment is radiotherapy. This is the treatment where they use radiation to kill the cancer cells in the body. Also, chemotherapy is another treatment you can use. This is the use of drugs to kill the cancer cells. This is the most common type of treatment to use with cancer. Even though cancer is not curable, there are only a few options to help with this disease. Cancer is a scary disease, though not curable. Many people get to stop taking the treatment and start back later on. There are a vast majority of people in the U.S. impacted by cancer every year. Even though not all forms of cancer are terminal, they should still be taken very aggressively. Cancer is a cruel monster in this world and is killing more and more people every day. Cancer can change your life, or you can change cancer. All it takes is a positive attitude. You beat cancer by how you live. Stuart Scott.